Hey everybody, how's it going? In this video, I wanted to quickly talk about another very common method for escalating privileges on a Linux boxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to check if our current user has access to run any commands with a elevated privileges, which is your root privileges. Now, in many environments, there could be plenty of use cases where administrators, they need to give certain users access to run certain commands or certain binaries as a pseudo user, but obviously they do not want to make those users as pseudo users. So what they do is they set the permission on certain binary so that normal user can execute it as a root user. Okay. So the way we can check that is we got a pretty simple command sudo -l, and as you can see here on this machine, user 8 has permission to run the VI as a root user. Right. There is actually another really cool website that I'd recommend you check out, which is your GTFO bin. So basically, you can find a lot of the exploits for similar binaries where if the binary has a pseudo privileges, then you will get an exploit on how to you will get a recommendation on how to exploit that. Right. So in this case, they're suggesting that if the binary is allowed, so if the VI binary, which we know that in this case we are allowed to run as sudo. So if the binary is allowed to run as a super user sudo, it does not drop the elevated privileges and may be used to access the file system, escalate, or maintain privileges. Right. So let's go and copy this command and see if it actually works. So I'm going to paste it here. And let's hit enter. Ooh, it looks like it did work. So if I quickly check out my ID, yes, it did. Indeed, it worked. So my ID is root now. I'm root user. So what happened here is an administrator had set the VI so that anybody who's not a root user can actually execute VI as a root user. And what we did is we took an advantage of that to escalate our privileges. There is also another quick method that we can do this as well. So I'm going to quickly exit out of this. And let's exit out of the VIM as well. So what another quick method is we can just do a sudo vi, and then that will bring us into the VIM. VIM is a text editor, which is really old text editor, and I think it exists in pretty much all the Linux systems. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's not only a text editor. As you can see, you can actually run commands in here as well. Right. So to do that, what we're going to do is from here we can type :, exclamation, and then we're going to call out the shell for us to be able to execute commands. Right, and then let's hit enter, and there you go. As you can see, that is another method, another way we can escalate our privileges. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, leave a like and leave a comment. Thanks for watching, guys.